Hello and welcome to another Nintendo News Weekly thing, and today you should be able to see a bit of a different shot of me with my mic actually in shot today. That's because I was filming this on my actual camera, but then my camera ran out of battery and I don't have really time to put it on charge and then film it again, so I'm using my laptop's integrated webcam, so that's why the quality's a bit but it'll be back next week, so don't worry. And while I was interneting today, I found a couple of interesting things in regards to Nintendo that I thought I might like to tell you about. And the first thing is that there has been rumoured to be a Legend of Zelda Netflix series. Now, Netflix is describing the series as a family-friendly Game of Thrones kind of series. This naturally leads me to believe that it's going to be a non-animated series, as in like live people acting, and apparently at the moment they are currently looking for writers for the series. Neither party are willing to comment any more than that on it, and Nintendo are refusing to comment at all, which leads me to believe that Netflix haven't actually proposed it properly to Nintendo. So therefore Nintendo haven't approved it or anything. This is just my thought. I've got my doubts personally whether anything will happen. Because, as you may not know, Captain Toad, the Wii U game that's not so recently but kind of recently come out, was supposed to be a Zelda game originally. It was originally designed as a Legend of Zelda spin-off with the main character as Link, as Link can't jump in any of the games. You know, you walk up to a ledge or run up to a ledge and then he jumps. You can't. There's no input to jump. So the kind of design of Captain Toad and the way the puzzles are set out is kind of naturally it was designed for a Link character originally. However, Shigeru Miyamoto reportedly turned down the game because he didn't think it was serious enough for the Legend of Zelda franchise, which is one of their major money-selling franchise next to Super Mario. And this makes me believe that Nintendo wouldn't actually authorise a Legend of Zelda TV series, as it obviously wouldn't be as serious. I've got my doubts about whether they'll authorise this, because I personally wouldn't think it would be in keeping with the actual series and where Nintendo wanted to take the series. And I hope this doesn't happen. And anyway, I hate Netflix only series, if that makes sense, because I want to be able to watch them on my TV. I don't want to pay for Netflix. But yeah, I hope this doesn't happen, but it might do, so we'll see. And the next item on the list is the Metroid Theories kind of thing. A while ago, in the very first discussion that I've ever did, I mentioned a Metroid game that had been cancelled for the 3DS. And while some people didn't actually agree with me that there had been a Metroid game in development, there was. And new information has surfaced about this cancelled game. The site Unseen64 are said to have seen a 30-second promotional video for the game. And the game is said to have had, from what they've seen from that 30-second promotional trailer, they think the game has a different art style to Metroid Fusion or than Super Metroid, and it's said to have had a thinner, more athletic looking Samus, and that it's more fast paced than the previous games, which I personally quite like the idea of, because I get stuck quite easily, and the last Metroid game that I played, I can't remember which one it is, and the internet's probably going to hate me for it, but I didn't really like it because I got stuck and I haven't finished it even. And the promo video also showed Samus to be fighting a boss-like character, which looked a lot like Kraid, so he might be coming back in that game. I'm not even going to pretend to know a lot about Metroid, because I don't. Generally, I find I don't really like the games that much, but I'll try them again maybe, because they've got they've brought Wii games onto the Wii U, so maybe I will buy the Prime trilogy and try it again. But they've also said that the developer was a pretty popular Western developer. Now this, it could be any of them. It could be Capcom, it could be Retro, it could be Rare. I personally have a gut feeling that it might be Capcom, but I could be wrong. But I'd like to know, because it'd be quite cool. It would have given you a better idea of the art style that they would have used without actually having to see the 30-second promo video, which I kind of hope leaks online somewhere. It probably will, knowing the internet. But also, don't be too downhearted about the cancellation of the Metroid game, because as we've seen through Pikmin 3, which was originally developed for the 3DS and then cancelled games can actually appear on the Wii U. But personally, I don't think that'd happen. I think they're more likely to start completely again and, scrap all that they've done before and then start a new one to fully exploit the Wii U's capabilities. But I could be wrong, and we could be seeing a new Metroid for the console, which everyone's waiting for and waiting for and waiting for. So hopefully that will happen. Well, those were really the only two things that I found that were worth talking about. But if you have any suggestions on or anything that you'd like me to do some more research into, write it down in the comments below, and I look forward to reading them. So I will see you next week.